But you will see in the video exactly how and why, for more than 1 million people in this region, Fulton County is a big deal.
Fulton County is unlike any other county in the state of Georgia. This diverse group of 15 urban, suburban, and rural communities are served by a county government that sees the issues confronting the region as a very big deal.
Fulton County has worked to attract business to the capital region and make it easier for workers to get to those jobs. At the same time, we've ramped up efforts through Select Fulton and the Fulton Development Authority to bring the jobs of the future here. We've also worked with leadership from all of our cities to improve regional transportation to ease one of the region's most pressing problems, traffic. And that's why business and transportation are a big deal.
The county continues to make the health of the people we serve a top priority. Just look at the renewed commitment and investment we made to end the HIV/AIDS epidemic in our community and the new effort underway to get mental health treatment to those who call the street their home. We're also addressing the growing need for treatment for opioid addiction. We will continue to encourage healthy living in our communities, and we will continue to confront the health issues of our time, because public health in Fulton County is a big deal.
In the past few years, Fulton County has made major investments in its justice system. While we believe in providing our courts and jail the resources to ensure that the public safety is not at risk, we also believe in offering mental health and substance abuse services and programs for first-time and low-level offenders. And that's why justice reform is a big deal.
Our county's commitment to cultural enrichment continues through its support of both the arts and our library system. The community that has become the Hollywood of the South is not only a film production hub, but home to hundreds of arts organizations, which Fulton helps fund through its Contracts for Services program, as well as showing support for public performances. We're also renovating our regional libraries to become community centers unrivaled in the state of Georgia. And that's why arts and culture are a big deal.
Fulton County is working to ensure that you, the citizen, are treated as a valued customer. We've stepped up our investment in determining the fair value of your most significant investment, your home, by providing more resources to the tax assessment process. This reflects an overall renewed commitment in all of our agencies to top-notch customer service. And that's why transparency and customer service is a big deal.
Senior adults should be given the highest quality of services that we can afford, not just because they have given so much to our quality of life, but also because they laid a foundation upon which we and our children can survive. Fulton County senior adults are a big deal.
In 15 communities, Fulton County is impacting the lives of its citizens every day. And any way you slice it, Fulton County is a big deal.
It's now my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the commission. Chairman Rob Pitts represents the entire county, serving as the only at-large representative for all Fulton citizens, from Alpharetta to Palmetto, and as our late colleague Emma Darnell would say, from Buckhead to Bankhead. Rob previously served as a member of the Atlanta City Council for 2 decades, chairing the Finance and Community Development Committees for most of those years. He was elected in 1997 to serve as the City Council President. And I had the pleasure of serving with him 8 of those years. And he very graciously appointed me chair of the Finance Executive Committee for my last 4 years there while he was president. I think in our first 4 years when he actually had a vote, didn't have a vote as council president, I think we disagreed, Rob, on 1 vote. And I was wrong. But during his tenure as president, he was a strong supporter of initiatives leading to tax relief especially for the elderly. He encouraged efficiency in city operations and procurement procedures, and he earned a reputation well-deserved as the taxpayer's watchdog by scrutinizing spending and diligently reviewing the annual budget process. Now famous, or infamous, for stating Fulton County is a big deal, Rob is actively working to emphasize Fulton's role as a regional leader on issues such as property taxes, behavioral health, and transportation and transit. Please help me welcome to the podium Rob Pitts, the boy from Haddock, Georgia, the current Fulton County Chairman.
Well, let me thank each and every one of you for being here this afternoon. But before I begin my what will be very brief remarks, I would like to ask each of you to stand and join me for a moment of silence in honor of my longtime friend and colleague, Commissioner Emma I. Darnell. Emma dedicated 27 years of her life to public service, more than 27 years, but specifically 27 years on the Board of Commissioners of Fulton County. Thank you. Please be seated. Now, on behalf of the 1 million plus residents we serve each and every day in Fulton County, thank you for being here. On behalf of the 5,000 hardworking Fulton County employees, thank you for being here. On behalf of the 15 great cities of Fulton County, their mayors and councils, thank you. I'm honored today to be joined by a number of elected officials. And also, before I get in trouble, I'd like to recognize my wife, Fran, is also here today. So thank you for being here as well. Now, this is the part where people who are speaking normally get in trouble. I think we've captured everyone who came, I hope. If not, I will apologize in advance. Senator Isaacson obviously is in Washington very busy, but sent Brad Williamson from his office to represent him here. The governor would be here, my dear friend, good friend, longtime friend, also would be here, but he's signing legislation today, but he is represented by two gentlemen from the governor's office, Ian Caraway and Nick Buford. Number of judges, Fulton County judges, Justice System State Court Judge Fred Eady, Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney, Superior Court Judge Gail Tucson, Chief Probate Pinky Toomer, and Chief Magistrate Judge Cassandra Clerk, our Solicitor Keith Gamage, and Clerk of the Superior Court Tina Robinson. The State Senate side, Senator Zara Kariznak, I always get it, I hope that's correct today, and Senator Donzella James are both here, State Representative David Dreyer, Representative Eric Allen, Representative Roger Bruce, and Representative Josh McLaren, Representative Mary Robichaud. Also from the State Board of Transportation, Dana Lemon. The mayors include Mayor Bill Edwards, City of South Fulton, Mayor Holiday Ingram, City of East Point, Mayor Joe Lockwood, City of Milton, Mayor Tom Reed, City of Chattahoochee Hills, Mayor Jim Still, City of Mountain Park, and Mayor Vince Williams from the City of Union City, and Mayor Tom Bodie, City of Palmetto. Number of council members, City of Fairburn, Councilwoman Linda Davis, City of South Fulton, Councilman Khalib, have a Commissioner Damon Macon from Newton County, and Council Member Matt Judy from Roswell, and Councilman Marie Wilsley also from Roswell, and Councilwoman Christine Hobbs from Union City. I'm delighted to have all of them here today, And I would also like to recognize two members of our consular corps, the Consul General from Japan and the Consul General from India are both here as well. And we receive a lot of accolades as elected officials, but the people who really do the work are our county manager and his team. Our county manager, Dick Anderson, is here. Our Chief Operating Officer, Anna Roach, our Chief Financial Officer, Sharon Whitmore, our Auditor, Anthony Nix, our County Attorney, Patrice Perkins Hooker, and our Clerk, Jesse Harris, are all here today. So, thank them all for being here, and thank each of you for being here. And finally, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to the Council for Quality Growth for organizing this event, and a special thank you to each and every one of our sponsors, and a very special thanks to my longtime friend, Tony Conway, who is the founder of a legendary event, and the staff here at Flourish. We recognized him earlier, but they do a terrific, terrific job for Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, if I would summarize my words today, it would be 6 words. Fulton County is a big deal. Remember that, if nothing else, for today. Fulton County is a big deal. Read any newspaper, any magazine, turn on any TV or radio station, and as you read or watch, it will not take long to find a Fulton County connection or reference. Everything is here in Fulton County. When I walk out the front door of the Fulton County Government Center, in a few steps, I can be at one of 2 of the best, most important sporting venues in the country, Mercedes-Benz Stadium or State Farm Arena. A few steps to the left, State Capitol, City Hall, and a little bit to the west, federal government offices. And if we walk out the front door here of this venue, we're in the heart of Buckhead, which has been referenced by my colleague and friend, Commissioner Morris, heart of Buckhead, where we have world-class shops and restaurants, fantastic nightlife, and some of the finest neighborhoods in the country. And with those of you who live in Fulton County, and I think just looking around, and I hope that most of you do, when you go home tonight, you may go home to one of our funky in-town neighborhoods like Cabbagetown or West End, or you may go home to one of our beautiful suburban communities, like those in Roswell, Union City, Alpharetta, South Fulton, Johns Creek, Sandy Springs, or even in Fulton County, a semi-rural community that still is within a convenient commute distance like Chattahoochee Hills, Mountain Park, Milton, or Palmetto, or a community that's undergoing transformation and redevelopment, City of Hapeville, College Park, and East Point. The point is, whatever your vision of home may be, you can find it in Fulton County. We are truly unique among the 159 counties in Georgia and among the 3,000 plus counties in the United States of America. Now let's talk about service. Customer service. When it comes to serving people, customer service in Fulton County is a big deal. One of the major differences between counties and cities is that we are in the people business, not just bricks and mortar. Senior services, healthcare, job development, arts, libraries, and criminal justice. These are the things that we do each and every day. And we're working to make our facilities more welcoming and appealing to our citizens. We're in the midst of a major infrastructure campaign to renovate our libraries, wrapping up a 12-year, $275 million library master plan. Several of our renovated libraries are reopening this month, and all renovations, including the Central Library, will be complete by next year. We're also undertaking a $20 million restoration of our historic courthouse. And because pets are also a big deal in Fulton County and can be found in 65% of our households, just last week, my colleagues and I on the Board of Commissioners approved a feasibility study that is the first step in our efforts to construct a brand new state-of-the-art facility in Fulton County for our pets. All of this work benefits the 1 million plus people we serve. And a 2018 customer satisfaction survey showed a satisfaction rate with respect to Fulton County government of 85%, which is truly remarkable for a government. And just last Friday, thank you. And just last Friday, we learned that we were recognized by the National Association of Counties for our innovative customer service program, all under the leadership of our manager, Dick Anderson. Healthcare. In Fulton County, healthcare is a big deal. Fulton County is home to some of the finest hospitals in the country. You may not know this, but more babies are born at Northside Hospital right here in Fulton County than at any other hospital in the nation. Fulton County is a proud partner of the Grady Health System, investing $60 million this year, and we have approved an additional $80 million in bonds for their new surgical center, which will add to the number of patients Grady serves each year. And many of those same patients will benefit by the passage of Senate Bill 106. And my congratulations to Governor Kemp for pushing that legislation, which will allow Medicaid waiver programs to be introduced, which can expand access to health care for thousands of Fulton County residents. Thank you. Education of our children is also a big deal in Fulton County. We have world-class schools, both public and private, from pre-K through PhD. And we're proud to partner with both Fulton County and Atlanta Public Schools, as well as our many fine colleges and universities: Georgia Tech, Georgia State, Morehouse and Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Atlanta Metro Tech, among others. But not only do we have some of the brightest students in our state, we also have some of the best athletes in the country. This year, Fulton County is a county of champions with five state high school basketball champions. And I'm pleased to be joined by representatives from those teams. So would you please stand as I call your school? From Thorold High School, Panthers; Georgia High School 2A boys champs. All right. Douglas High School Lady Astros 2A girls champs. Holy Innocents Lady Bears Class A private girls state champs. Tri-Cities High School Bulldogs 6A boys state champs. And last but not least, Westlake High School Lady Lions 7A girls state champs. This is Westlake, for the second year in a row, and poised for a three-peat this coming season. Let's give them all a round of applause. Criminal justice. In Fulton County, criminal justice is a big deal. We operate 2 jails and the busiest court system in the Southeast. We have many behavioral health initiatives around criminal justice. But one of the most important is the joint pre-arrest diversion program with the City of Atlanta. Just last week, we approved $400,000 to expand this program. And programs such as this one help us improve outcomes and lower the jail population. Business. As a place for business, Fulton County is a big deal. We're home to thousands of businesses, from food trucks to Fortune 500 companies. It seems like nearly every week another major company announces that it will locate or expand here. And some of the recent announcements include Dematic, which will open its worldwide headquarters here, bringing 230 jobs to Midtown. PVH Corporation, a global apparel company, 575 jobs to Palmetto. Pop Displays, 280 jobs to East Point. ZK Teco, bringing 40 new jobs to Alpharetta. And Smart, locating its U.S. headquarters in Atlanta, 60 new jobs. And Norfolk Southern, relocating its headquarters to Midtown Atlanta, bringing 850 new jobs and almost $600 million in investments. And these are just a few of the most recent businesses to grow here. Yes, Fulton County is Georgia's home for jobs. People come from all over to work here in almost every industry you can think of. In fact, in the 29-county metro Atlanta area, Fulton County accounts for a third of all jobs and nearly 40% of all wages generated. In addition to major corporations, though, the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well. From the gig economy to mom and pop shops, if you have a vision for a business, it can come true in Fulton County. And to help that vision come true, just last week I hosted the first ever White House Opportunity Zone panel. And this all came about as a result of the executive order that was signed by the President on December 18th last year. These opportunity zones, when up and running, can be transformational for the people who live in those areas. Our airport, Fulton County Airport, one of the best assets serving our business community is the Fulton County Airport. Our airport is home base to some of the best-known brands in the nation, including Coca-Cola, Cox Media, Home Depot, and the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, ICE, has its corporate jet at our airport. And a 2019 economic impact study shows that the Fulton County Airport is responsible for 1,230 full-time jobs, 75+ million in salaries, and 198 million annually, but it puts into the local economy. And today, I'm pleased to announce a series of expansions at the Fulton County Airport, including the development of a new administration office, a modernized aircraft rescue and firefighting command center, a new economic development center, a restaurant, a new hangar space for jet aircraft, a business park, and taxiway improvements. And just a few months ago, UPS opened its massive Southeast Metro automated routing terminal at our airport, which brought nearly 3,000 jobs to Fulton County. The improvements, thank you. The improvements we're making will pave the way for additional business expansion at our airport. So fasten your seatbelts as we will announce the addition of a number of new high-profile tenants within the next 90 days. We are truly flying high at the Fulton County Airport. Now, in spite of the successes, now I'm leaving out a lot in the interest of time, we still have our challenges. And some of these challenges include transportation. Moving people through the region is consistently one of the top challenges identified by Fulton County and others in the metro area. The fact is, though, Fulton County, DeKalb County, and the City of Atlanta have been supporting public transportation, MARTA, for 4 decades, investing some $10.2 billion into the MARTA system. In 2016, the 14 cities outside Atlanta joined Fulton County government for our first ever successful T-SPLOST referendum, raising $600 million for transportation projects. In addition, Georgia DOT is investing a historic $2 billion in Fulton County as part of the Express Lane and Interchange Improvement Program. And we're now in discussions about raising additional funds to expand transit in our county and the region, all outside of Atlanta, but also including Atlanta. But in those discussions, the question of equity is always an issue. Every city, everybody, every person must benefit from the projects that we select. And Fulton County government must be represented in the state's transit initiatives. Today, as I stand before you, unfortunately, Fulton County is the only one of the 3 largest counties in Georgia with no elected representation on the ATL board. That has to change. Sex trafficking is still an issue for us. But with the help of Georgia's First Lady, Marty Kemp, Attorney General Chris Carr, and numerous nonprofits, we are making strides to end sex trafficking in our community. Opioids. Opioids are still claiming lives in Fulton County each year. There's much to be done to combat the use of opioids, and we will not stop until we have ended this epidemic. HIV/AIDS. HIV/AIDS. The Southeast, the state of Georgia, the county of Fulton, and the city of Atlanta still lead the nation in new cases of HIV/AIDS. More than 30 years after the epidemic began, with all of the progress in medicine to prevent and treat HIV, people are still contracting HIV and dying of AIDS in Fulton County. Simply put, the continuation of this epidemic is unacceptable and must be stopped. That is why Fulton County has partnered with the Elton Johns AIDS Foundation to end AIDS in Fulton County by 2030. It can be done, and it will be done, but it will take bold thinking to make this happen. It will also take partnerships. It will also take partnerships at every level of government. Now, Fulton County is one of 48 counties of the 3,000 in the United States that will receive additional federal funding to prevent and treat HIV. Now, this was announced during the President's State of the Union address. And as I've said, everything is happening now in Fulton County, good and bad, more good than bad, but there's much, much more to come. The future. The day will come soon when there's a casino and horse racing in Fulton County. And it won't be long. Fulton County will be the future home of a Grammy Hall of Fame museum. And we have football, basketball, baseball, and soccer. But in the future, Fulton County will also be the home of a professional cricket team. On the international front, Fulton County will be the gateway to Cuba, not Miami and not Dade County, Fulton County. Fulton County will be the bridge to trade with nations like India and Qatar. In fact, we're finalizing plans for a trade mission to India, and I'll be hosting the ambassador from Qatar later this year. In a few months, we will host the first annual Chairman's Consular Corps reception to strengthen our relationships with our international community. And thinking even further into the future, Fulton County has taken a stand to protect not only our community, but the earth itself. We're taking steps to reduce our use of disposable plastics in our facilities. We are committed to reducing energy consumption and decreasing our carbon footprint to leave our community better for our children and grandchildren. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot more that I could say, but we're all busy. I'll say it just one last time today. It's because of you and people like you, Fulton County is, now help me out, a big deal. Thank you.